Welcome to Mournhold, capital city of the Ebonheart Pact. We track all visitors. Upon arrival, everyone must see a registrar, who will record your name and business in Mournhold. Thank you for your cooperation. Deshawn has become a chaotic, dangerous place. Why shouldn't we instill a degree of order in our most prominent city? Little inconvenience is a small price to pay for your continued safety, citizen. Speak with Registrar Revel in the city center. Take the stairs up to the central building, and you should find him in the courtyard there. Do not dally. It is illegal to enter Mournhold without being registered.
I have many fine goods.
I don't think we've met, comrade. I handle all special contracts involving the Worm Cult. Dark anchors are everybody's problem, no matter your political leanings. I have an available contract if you'd like a taste of real Fighters Guild work. Our chapter in the Rift needs assistance. Some Jarl took personal affront to Worm Cultists invading his lands, and opened a contract. I'm sending everyone I can muster. Destroy any Dark Anchors you find.
The Ordinators must be vigilant in our pursuit of preserving the peace for the Tribunal. Sadly, we can't be everywhere at once. And so, Magistrix Vox grows bolder every day. So the rumors are true. Do Mark take the Maulborn and the trouble they've caused? We won't let the Gorge fall again.
Stranger, may we speak? Over here, you have the look of someone who deals in gold and blood. We seek to right an injustice, but we can't do it alone. Until the Pact set us free, we were the property of the Molag family. Now the last of the Molags has come to Mournhold. Help us get revenge for generations of slavery. Find Bettina Molag, lure her to her family's townhouse, bring her there, and we will have our revenge. The Molag daughter can be found at the nearby inn. Look for her there. Each of the Molags has been dealt with, one way or another. Bettina is the last of her line. Taste the breeze and I had an egg daughter, eyes that glint. The Molags worked her to death. Their own daughter must pay for that crime.
Word of the plague in the west has reached Mournhold. We were told to watch for someone matching your description. It's good to have you in the city. Yes, of course. I have orders from the Tribunal Temple to register you and grant you access to the city immediately. The Sacred Lady, Almalexia, requests that you attend her in the temple at your earliest convenience. Yes, I already said that. Weren't you listening? It's a rare honor to receive an audience with the Sacred Lady. You should go now and leave this lowly clerk to his duties. We can't all have appointments with the Divine.
Greetings, Sarah. A moment, if you please. Honor to you and your house, Sarah. My lord, Devaith Fear, would speak with you at once. Your aid, in exchange for a sizable stipend. Devaith Fear seeks a powerful artifact and requires a companion. He insists you are the only candidate worth considering, for now. Go to the Tribunal Temple in Mournhold. Lord Fear waits for you there. Of course, but if you do not come, he will find another, and you will be left behind, forever saddled with a coward's regret. Hardly a choice, by my estimation. Service to Devaith Fear is a great honor, Sarah. Think hard before refusing. My master waits for you in the Mournhold Tribunal Temple. A word of advice. Don't keep him waiting for long. Only the most powerful mage in Tamriel. Lord Fear has walked the roads of Nirn for millennia, plumbing the deepest mysteries of the Orbis. He strides between Mundus and Oblivion with ease. Daedric princes tremble at the mere mention of his name. It's not my place to question his decisions. He ordered me to find you, and I obeyed. Lord Fear values diverse perspectives, but he has few mortal peers, so he often breaks bread with unusual people. Perhaps you strike him as unusual.
The Registrar still won't see us, and our guar stakes are beginning to spoil in their carts.
You have to wait your turn, Sarah. The line forms to my left.
You haven't heard the last of this.
I know you want to help the Nord Cultural Exchange. Hail! I am Riggert the Brash. I lead our glorious expedition for Nord Cultural Exchange to the Dark Elves. Excuse, please, Dunmer. The proper term for puny ones is Dunmer. Small, I mean, not puny. Must remember, talk slower and louder. Let me start over. I am Riggert. We're brand new diplomats, here to learn about Dark Elf way of life, and spread word about our glorious Nord culture. Such knowledging will strengthen our alliance. Badly. The Registrar makes us wait by this giant smelly toadstool while our gifts of culture, art, and religion gather dust. How about you take these gifts for us? Trade them for dark elf stuff. We need books, clothes, and relics. Thank you for helping our glorious expedition for Nord cultural exchange. Hopefully the Registrar will call soon. In the meantime, I have leads on where you can take items for trade. Ha! Good joke! Rigert can't wait to use it on the Dark Elf Ambassador. Now, which glorious item can I tell you about? That is a top-notch cultural relic. A Heart of the Wild. Take it to the monastery called Muthnar. Give it to monks as offering. But make sure to get a good Dark Elf relic in return. Little Greyskins mentioned a place with a great library. Shada Stula. They're sure to appreciate our book. Maybe trade for a book on Dark Elf culture and customs. That would be most excellent. Dark Elf dress is so fancy. I heard of tailor in Mournhold's crafting district named Irila Malaron. Give her our gift of Nord traditional garb. She'll be so impressed, she'll give us nice Dunmer clothes in return. Thanks. And remember to speak loudly. You're a deputy envoy of Nord culture now. Thank you.
The Registrar still won't see us, and our guastegs are beginning to spoil in their carts.
You have to wait your turn, Sarah. The line forms to my left.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Clothing. Fine raiment here. The finest in Mournhold. I prefer gold. But what have you got? What's that odor? Have these ever been washed? Wait. This is baby mammoth fur. It's illegal to export it. You know, in the name of cultural exchange with our allies, I might have something to trade. Baby mammoth fur! The great house nobility will go mad for this. Here, take these display pieces. They were made with my experimental dyes. Makes the colors nice and vibrant.
About time you showed up. I was going crazy waiting out here. This place isn't exactly on my list of favorite places to hang out, you know. No, I just enjoy hanging around the temple. I love all the gnashing of teeth and hypocrisy. Yes, I was waiting for you. Look, don't get too excited. There's trouble brewing and I don't have a contract, so I can't officially get involved. The Mourborn are in the city. They saw what they did in Narcissus, and I don't want to see the same thing happen in Mournhold. I'm not supposed to kill her, but I guess I'm getting a little soft. You've got the clout to find someone in power and investigate. Wait, you got a date with the Sacred Lady? You really are something. Look, tell her about the Malborn. Maybe she'll let you look into this. I normally wouldn't think of using her, but this is important, and I know Almalexia cares about the city. And I'll see if I can find out where the Malborn are hiding. I'll meet you at the Flaming Nix, the corner club southeast of here. Oh, and listen, don't breathe a word about me to Almalexia. Promise you'll do that, and I'll help you save Mournhold.
Ah, you've arrived at last. Come forward. We have much to discuss.
Welcome to Mournhold, my child. Your name is known to the Tribunal. You are wise to heed my summons. You have helped my people, and through your actions you have aided me. I sense that your accomplishments thus far are only the beginning. My registrars have given you access to the city, but I would like to personally thank you for your deeds. Nonsense. I take pleasure in rewarding those who serve my will. May this lantern provide you light in even the darkest situations. But I sense something troubles you. Tell me. Fear not to speak your mind in my divine presence. I sense that there is more to your story, but I won't pry. I trust your instincts and your judgment in these matters. Consider yourself blessed with my authority. You may investigate the Malborn presence as you see fit. Do you always question a gift from a god? But I am in a generous mood. The lantern requires no fuel or flame to produce light. Simply activate the lantern, and it will summon a ball of illumination to your side for a short time.
So, you've chosen to join me. Excellent. I seek a powerful Daedric artifact. It lies hidden in a distant land, a gleaming city filled with danger, curiosity, and contradiction. In such a place, diverse perspective is vital. Thus, you. A voyage that only a few have ever undertaken. We will travel to Sotha Seal's peculiar experiment, the Clockwork City. I have inquiries to make. You will assist me. I do. The Tribunes are not so clever that they could hide such a place from me for long. The city is quite close, and also very far away. Just the first of Sotha Seal's many paradoxes. If you choose to join me, be prepared for many more. You saved the life of a living god. Yes, I know all about your service to Vivek, and your conflict with Clavicus Vile. Foiling the plans of a Daedric prince is no mean feat. I can think of no better companion for my journey to the Clockwork City. Of course you will. Naturally you have questions. Alas, they will have to wait. Servants of the Tribunal do not look kindly on blasphemous journeys like this one. Meet me at the waterfall north of the city. We can discuss the details there. Prepare if you must, but make it quick. Time is not on our side.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important. Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one listen? Will no one help? I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamriel. Not long ago, we noticed irregularities in 3 of the star signs. Shortly thereafter, strange armies overran Craglorn. One of our order, Hara, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can speak to her personally. Please, help us.
Greetings. Have you heard of the once great Volek family? I'm the last of my line. No, I suppose not. My family's been involved in things I'm not proud of. That's part of the reason I returned to Mournhold. I'm here to reclaim my family home. It's been sealed since my father died, when we fled the city for Vardenfell. I was so little then, but I promised I would return. My family kept Argonian slaves. They worked our salt rice plantation and were the source of our wealth, and the cause of our doom. When the Pact freed our slaves, they rose up and murdered my father. My mother and I fled. A shadow hangs over my family. My mother returned last year to claim our property. I never saw her again. She was murdered. I'm sure of it. Now, I think someone is following me. I can handle myself, but I'm still worried. Frankly, I'd welcome your company. The family townhouse is nearby. I'll meet you there.
Look at me! I'm a flaming Nyx!
Hello, hero. Good to see you gone out of there in one piece. I understand that Almalexia can be a little rough on her toys. While you were getting cozy with the goddess, I discovered something interesting. The House Dresbaum outside the city is on high alert. I saw the guards get violent with people for just walking by. They're using a courier named Thoraville to deliver bribes to house leaders and city officials. I think they're hiding something. You know me so well, but we'll need to get the courier's key. He's been picking up wine here, then delivering bottles around town. He tends to keep a bottle or two as he goes along. We might be able to use that to our advantage. Poison. Don't give me that look. It's not lethal poison. It'll just put him in a nice deep sleep. Follow him, and when he takes a sip from his bottle and falls over, you can grab his key. You had to go and sweet-talk me, didn't you? Fine. Go downstairs and borrow a bottle of wine for me. I'll do the rest. Did you get it? I'm gonna need that wine if this ruse is going to work. All right. Why are you always so close? Stand back and let me work. I'll lure him upstairs. You wait a moment, then follow us. When I give the signal, go ahead and snatch the key. Hey, handsome. Did you send this fine bottle of wine to little old me?
What? Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the other good-looking House Drez guy over there. Look, if you didn't send this to me, just say so. And I'll show my gratitude to somebody else.
Well, I'm the only House Drez courier who delivers wine in Mournhold, so that bottle must have come from my supply. And it certainly looks good next to you. You mentioned gratitude. How thankful exactly are you thinking?
Why don't you come upstairs and find out? Someone has to help me drink this wine. Kneel down, lover. Let's have some fun. Well, that was fun. Hey, didn't you see my signal? Go get the key.
Thanks for meeting me here. I'm glad I don't have to face this alone. Well, let's see what's left of the old place. I see. You're in on it. I suppose there's no way around it then.
Molag, for eyes that glint. Meet us outside and we'll conclude this foul business. Finally, the Volaks have paid for their crimes, thanks to you. Thank you, stranger. With his dark act behind us, we can get on with our lives. No elves will own me or my family again.
Is it true they summoned Balrog
I've been
to
waiting
defeat the
for this my
Daggerfall
entire
army at
life.
Darvin's Watch?
Me too, Lena. I want to
This
learn
is
how to
so
unleash my
exciting.
inner powers.
Tell me, how did your invitation arrive? In the claws of a bird of prey? In the fist of a charmed giant? I got mine from a terrifying ghost. What do you mean, what do I mean? Your invitation to attend Shada Stula, of course. Oh my, you really have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? We're waiting to depart for Shada Stula, the Academy of Magic. The Academy sends invitations to only the most promising mages, trains them to become leaders for the houses in the Ebonheart Pact. My apologies. I thought that was common knowledge. It's not that simple. You have to be invited. No invitation, no boat ride to the island. The Academy is quite exclusive. Not like the Mages Guild. All of us waiting for the boat have invitations, but I doubt you'll find anyone willing to hand one over to you. It's a big honor to be invited. Anyone willing to toss that away isn't really Academy material. Well, Girvarda doesn't seem very thrilled about going to the Academy, and Rennis and Guroni will wager on anything. I even heard some students buy their way onto the boat, but I'm not sure I believe it.
I've never been this far from home. I can't believe I'm doing this. Going to attend some fancy Academy of Magic. My family's never had any Magicka, but I have the gift. I never wanted it. I never asked for it. Father wasn't sure what to do with me. When the invitation arrived, he seemed eager to send me on my way. I've never been this far from Lower Yorgrim before. I don't know if I really want to go to Shada Stula. You're right. I would just fail horribly at this spellcasting stuff. And I miss my friends already. I'll tell my father I figured out how to control it, and I'll never use magic again. Here, you can have my invitation.
Must I repeat myself? This vessel is only for those who have been invited to attend the Shada Stula Academy of Magic. Yes, yes, you're something special. Come aboard and prepare yourself to enter a realm of wondrous magic and magical wonders. Now sit down and hold on, Your Majesty.
I hate boats. All the rocking and back and forth and back and... By the three,
So
I think
much
I'm
to
going
do,
to be
so
sick
little
again.
time. I told you you shouldn't have eaten right before we... Oh my, that's just gross.
Our friend looks more blue than usual.
I hate you both so much right now.
Welcome to Shada Stula. I maintain the school's collection of manuscripts and books. Maybe, but I've seen it all. I don't think anything could surprise me anymore. Let me take a look. Oh, my. Do you know what this is? It's an original edition of the Art of Love and Swordplay of the Nord poet Fjoki. Fjoki was a bard of exceptional imagination but decidedly limited skill. According to his epic stanzas, he never met a creature he couldn't make love to or kill. Or both. No, it's lurid trash and common as guar. But I admit I've had a weakness for Fyoki since my youth. What do you want for it? It's an axiom that there's no such thing as a Dunmary joke book, but this is close. The Dunmer Dunce. Take it, please.
There's always more to do.
Welcome to Shadowstula, proud training ground for the next generation of House and Pact leaders. May I see your invitation? Ah, yes. The Archmage asked me to expect you. He's been waiting for you to arrive. No need to be worried. The Archmage has visions about people all the time. It's one of his many, many gifts. Please, report to Archmage Verlaine right away. My pleasure. The Academy trains promising magic users to become great scholars, charismatic leaders, and mighty heroes. It's sponsored by the Great Houses, and this is the first season that we're accepting candidates from all Pact nations. What a silly question, of course not. The Mages Guild has too many ties to the enemy alliances. The Academy is strictly a training ground for future leaders of the Ebonheart Pact.
You must be new. Did they tell you how hard this place is? I'm in my second session, and I'm still struggling with illusions, alterations, and military strategy.
Let me tell you about the Academy grounds. Pay attention. There will be a test. Instruction halls occupy the eastern building. The testing field to the west provides a safe place to practice your spells. Administration sits atop the hill, including the Archmage's office.
I expect my students to strive for excellence. I demand brilliance, determination, and eagerness to embrace the ineffable mysteries of our noble calling. Do not doubt what was meant to be. Powers beyond our comprehension set things in motion, and all we can do is take the ride. I saw you in my visions. You have come to protect the Academy. That part of the vision remains clouded. Nonetheless, here you are, and we must get ready. I need to confirm your sensitivity to magic. The lights in the next chamber form a test of sorts. Only the most sensitive individuals can see them. Touch the vision orb behind me. Watch the pattern play out. Simply repeat the order by touching each of the spheres. If you make a mistake, you may start over. As I suspected, your sensitivity is impressive. You could see the pattern. Now I know you can help us against the coming danger. I knew you could do it. Well done. Now to business. Something threatens this academy, but your presence here will save the day. I have seen it in a vision. You've seen it. War and disease ravage our lands. We're surrounded by enemies, yet still we tear at each other's throats. Our students will help change that. And you will keep them safe so they can fulfill their destiny. We will figure that out together. Though the invitation didn't start out in your hands, that's where it ended up. You were meant to be here. Now I must find a way to comprehend what monumental task you've been sent here to accomplish. Until my visions reveal your ultimate destiny, I have a favor to ask. It may seem trivial, but I assure you it's important. 3 students arrived with you. The Dunmeri Lena and Tedris, and the Nord, Hadmark. It is your solemn duty to make sure they pass their initiation tests. Before you arrived, my visions revealed those 3 to me. They are to play an important part in future events directly related to the success of the Pact. Help them. They must pass their tests and complete their training.
Use of skooma is forbidden. If you want to unwind, confine your intake to Mazda and Flynn. Drinks stronger than that are prohibited, except the instructors. They have free access to the beverage cellar. And the instructor's lounge in administration is strictly off limits. Understand?
What do you want? What rubbish! Fish magic from a pond? They're vexed buttocks. What does that even mean? I'm not helpless, you know. I can do this. Ugh, never mind, I give up. I'm not getting sent home over some stupid fish that doesn't exist. You want to help? Fine. Well, you can either fill this pond with fish so I can actually catch one, or figure out what these orbs do. They gave me a book, but it just contained some stupid riddle. I threw it on that table over there. What am I, a child? I'm going to be a commander in a house army, or maybe an advisor to the pact leaders. They should have just given me a spell I could cast.
What is it?
What's happening? What is that thing? think I got it from here. Thanks for the help. Maybe I'll get a chance to cast some spells after all.
Find the amulet, she said. Use the wand, she said. What if it sets things on fire? I could burn the whole academy to the ground. Oh, you know I'd never burn anything, right? It's just a figure of speech. I can't fail my initiation test. I couldn't face being sent home. An instructor said one of these shadow clerks has a magic amulet. Ate it, probably. I'm supposed to use this wand to focus my magic on the clucks and find the amulet. Actually, I'm afraid to find out. You don't seem at all timid. Would you do it? Please find the amulet. I can't fail this test. I suppose you take... feathers flying. Mother Morrowind. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. Don't worry about it. It was hilarious. I'll take the amulet to the instructor right away. I owe you one.
Asked me to do one simple thing. Bring student rats back to instruction hall. But Hadmar can't do anything right. My spell went wrong. The instructor said to round up the little ones, bring them back safe, and we'll get them fixed. But, well, one got away and climbed on top of that big rock. Oh, Hadmar is so ashamed. Hadmar is scared of heights. Oh, why did little rat climb so high? I crafted a totem. Makes a helper fly up to get rat, but no one wants to be Hadmar's helper. You would be helper? Oh, thank you. Face big rock in front of Hadmar, activate totem, then climb and grab nice little rat. But be careful. If you point the wrong way, you'll fly someplace wrong. Is little friend safe? Oh, little rat is safe. Now Hadmar won't get beaten with rakes. Like at home. Good, good, good. I'll take little friends back to get fixed up right away.
Out that spy and united the Ebonheart Pact.
There you are. I feared you'd been kidnapped by forces from beyond. So I heard. Well done. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. But don't get too comfortable. Matters of grave urgency loom on the horizon. While you assisted my students, I had another vision. I see that your fate is fundamentally tied to the Chaosbringer, Magistrix Vox. However, alas, I've seen nothing beyond the Chaosbringer's name. Something interferes with my forevision, blocking my efforts at every turn. I suspect we are opposed by mighty forces beyond mortal ken. We must take appropriate measures. I'll gather the students and make sure the grounds are secure. I'd like you to use the trapdoor to investigate the library vaults. I haven't heard from the librarian, and that fills me with nameless apprehension.
Ah, Verlaine. You walked right into my trap. Another student. Another new Malborn soldier.
Oh good, you're finally awake. You were unconscious for hours. At least it seemed like hours. How do you feel? I was worried about you. Shadowstool has been overrun. The last of the Malborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast some kind of spell to enslave the students. That's what it looks like. That spell didn't work on us. Don't know why. We carried out the Archmage's orders, but then the Malborn caught us and threw us in here with you. When the trouble started, he gave us some arcane items and told us to find places to hide them. Then he went off on some mission of his own. I'm glad you're awake. Can you get us out of here? Whatever you plan on doing, you have my full support. Just know that.
This is terrible. The Academy's in danger. The Archmage is missing, and I'm locked in here with you.
The Malborn General himself. One of the senior students recognized him. Said he was Darvason. Used to be the Archmage's assistant. Who knows? He muttered something about looking for Hadmar and a familiar. What do you think the Malborn want us for?
I was afraid to. There are guards out there. Maybe you could check it, discreetly.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
What was that?
Back away from gate. Coming through. Master sent me to make sure you're safe. You smell all right. Look funny, though. I open portal and we go find Big Lord. Name Hatmere or Hatmead? I forget. Mortals have their names. No matter. Come. We go now. Big Nord hides in building next to where we appear. They stay here. Master says he doesn't want them to be.
Hadmar's glad to see you. Archmage said you'd be here soon, and here you are. Hadmar isn't sure. One moment I was walking to instruction hall, next moment, boom! Hadmar knocked on backside. Woke up in here with Archmage standing over me. He said, wait for you to show up. I waited, and you showed up. Yes, he told me to set up my totem near Big Rock outside. Lena hid her lockbox high up on top of rock. Lockbox is very important. We must find lockbox and bring it to Lena. Just outside. You use totem to reach the lockbox while Hadmar stays on ground. Then we'll find Lena.
Just 1 second. Mayhem. Make things go boom.
Wait, where am I? Why are we up so high? That blasted Banekin. It could have warned me. The lockbox, right. The Archmage tinkered with my wand and told me to hide it up here. That was just before Darvason tossed me in that cell. I still can't believe the Archmage's old assistant is the Molag General. He said we'd need the wand, but he didn't say why. Wait, I know. The Molag have occupied the library vaults and sealed the door. And what makes the best spell of unlocking? Burnt scamp hide and illusion dust, of course. You can use my wand to scorch the scamps. And illusion dust is the residue of illusory monsters. With enough of each, we can prepare a spell to get us through to Darvason. We'll need Tedris, though. That spell is his specialty.
About time you summoned me. I thought you'd leave me sitting in that cell forever. You heard correctly. If I had the right ingredients, that is. But getting them will be tricky, considering the Moorborn occupy the Academy. Illusion, dust, and burnt scamp hide. Perfect. Just give me a moment and... there we go. I'll wait up here. You know, to keep your escape route clear. Now go find the Archmage and put an end to that Darvason.
Destroy the jagged lens!
You're awake? Oh, I was so worried. I'm so glad you're all right. You shattered the jagged lens and broke the spell. The few Molag who were left were totally outnumbered and they ran for it. The Archmage had us bring you up here. I've been watching over you. You know, as a friend. Safe as gore apple pie, thanks to you. And you weren't even supposed to be here. I heard how you got your invitation. And now we're all alive because you broke the rules. I'll have to think about that. Don't give me that look. I was worried about you, that's all. Oh, and before I forget, the Archmage wants to speak to you. He's right outside.
Good to see you up and around. I knew you'd be fine, but Lena wouldn't leave your side. You gave her a good scare. Yes, though we lost a few students and instructors in the fight. The fact that the lens was buried below the library vaults was one of our greatest secrets. Darvason used that knowledge to aid the Mourborn. Quite so. They're running out of loyal troops. When Darvason told them about the lens, they saw it as the solution to all their problems. If Darvason could turn our students into soldier slaves, the Mourborn would be back in business. For you, here, yes. But I don't need a vision to know that you still have unfinished business out there. Anyway, I'd like to thank you. And there's one more thing. The students you helped want to speak to you. They're waiting at the docks. I think they want to say goodbye.
Welcome to Shadows.
Hail.
So much to do, so little time.
I wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know. You have things to do. Important things. We just heard about everything you did before you arrived here. But we didn't want you to forget us. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you remember the Academy. Now, where did I put it? Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It works better for you anyway. Remember me when you use it. Maybe next time I can fight at your side instead of watching from a distance. I'd like that.
There you are. Come, here, behind the waterfall. My companion arrives at last. Now then, our journey begins in this dreary little cave. What a surprise, yes? Believe me, it won't be the last. We can speak freely here, but do make it brief. All this natural splendor is just tedious. The Father of Mysteries, the Clockwork God, the Tinkerer, and other such banal titles. The Sothasil, or Set, is a member of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He reigns over Morrowind as the god of craft and sorcery, the wisest and most reclusive of the three. Ha! No one truly knows Sothasil, not even his hordes of wild-eyed worshippers. I studied with him before his ascent, and even then he defied comprehension. His only true peer was Indoril Nerevar. Such a shame what happened to him. Indeed, Saint Nerevar the Captain, our king and greatest champion for a time. He died, tragically, during a journey to the heart of Red Mountain. It was all very sudden. Some believe his retainer, Dagoth struck the mortal blow. Others... Some believe that Sothasil, Vivek, and Almalexia murdered Nerevar so they could take divine power for themselves. Who's to say what really happened? In any event, Sothasil emerged from the mountain even more inscrutable than before. I think it's irrelevant. The silence of Sothasil may come from a place of grief and deep regret. It might be a side effect of his fierce obsessions, perhaps both. How he became a god is no concern of mine. I respect his knowledge, nothing more. A Daedric artifact. I take a keen interest in all such objects, but this one seems especially significant. You see, nearly everyone who searches for it winds up dead. I suspect that someone or something hid this artifact away in the Clockwork City. Other people are not to be feared. I've not lived this long by shying away from dangerous relics. Anyway, if this artifact inspired someone to slaughter scores of mages, it's clearly something worth investigating. Draftier than I remembered. Follow me. Welcome to the dwarven hold of Barmsarm Shen. As it is. Ironic that AM's holy city of Mournhold has Dwemmering roots. Curious. Practically no one knows this route, but this scaffolding looks new. Built by rogue ordinators, perhaps? Stay watchful. Sothasil always did admire dwarven industry, albeit quietly. Perhaps that's why he built his city here. This lift will take us to the nethermost depths of the ruin, and to our destination. Come along. Go. The entrance lies just ahead. You see, just across the ravine. That's our door. Clearly didn't care for these factories. Stay close. I'd say prepare yourself, but nothing can prepare you for what's to come. Touch the sphere. Clockwork City awaits. Someone diverted our passage. Audacious, but foolhardy. When I find them, wait. I feel cold. Back, creature! My shadow! My power! Don't let it escape! Factotums! They're activating! Ready your weapons! I will assist you as best I can! Another batch! Spinning up! Destroy them! Ready! This had better be the last of them! Heaps. My shadow remains close. We must hurry. Swivel swords. Oh, wonderful. I'm in no condition to navigate this maze. Go. Find a way to deactivate these traps. Perhaps I failed to impress the gravity of our situation upon you. If my shadow gets away, we may never escape this place. So if you have something to say, say it quickly. Yes. And perhaps something more. In removing my shadow, our attacker removed some vital part of my animus. My soul, in the common parlance. Without it, my power is severely diminished. Needless to say, this will not do. This may surprise you, but I've never had my shadow ripped from my body. Even so, I will devise a solution. Don't trouble yourself with the finer details. Just be prepared to fight. Much will depend. Well done. Killed by spinning knives is not an epitaph worthy of Devaith fear. Now, onward. I'm eager to see what new wind-up absurdities await us. The seal constructs his clockwork servitors here. Remedial spellcraft is all I can muster, but I will aid you as best I can. Lead on. Defeat this monstrosity, but don't kill it. Reclaim my power. All of them, take heed! Stand back. Time to reclaim what is mine. Malian Kepiet Tehir! Tivakrokad Sint Morad! You never know how much you miss a thing until it tries to kill you. More ridiculous machines? I've had enough of this. Come. We still have a long way to go. Behold, a clockwork city. Finally. Sotherseal's brass fortress waits at the end of this road. We should go there at once. Keen to find out who sent us on that delightful jaunt through the new Martis. Matters to attend to?
Integrity. Reflecting.
Arrived. Good.
Devate fear. I warned you never to come back. And you, one of Fear's lackeys, I take it?
Luciana Pullo. Hospitable as ever? Go talk to her. I'll not waste my time speaking with a petulant toy soldier.